the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They're going to look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jason Pierre-Paul make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'll set up a throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Texans nothing. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Raiders 14, Texans nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, under pressure.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
Mayfield on play action. They'll roll him out right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away.
Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the slant. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Extra point try now for Vedvik.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Henry running right. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there for Houston.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Yeah, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 11.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball successfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
1st down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle.
Touchdown!
KJ Hamler.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, Save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And got his man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. He'll check this down to Hines. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Derrick Henry. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it
going for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out,
shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Raiders.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. That fights through one man. First down and much more for Henry. Still fighting for more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They begin with Henry. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He was brought down by Eric Harris.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
172 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive.
Touchdown, Raiders!
KJ Hamler with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, that they're giving up that type of field position, the advantage is...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record, 31. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
Texans 42.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Looking to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down at 4. Back to throw again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 49 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The Raiders again will come to the line and go for 2. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big
big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to hit.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to try and go deep again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
A huge play there for Houston. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. To throw, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jalen Waddle becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Mayfield shakes off but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So, from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the fourth quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon. And not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Mayfield.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mayfield on first down. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. This is Hines. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
And they will start out in really great shape, up close to midfield.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really... There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Raiders. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Baker. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Budda Baker with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Budda Baker with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Smith. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's a good